As we all know, FastTrack trading shut down. In this video, I'm going to give you just my final thoughts around the whole situation, some things that I'm doing, some cautionary measures that I'm taking, and some things that you should probably think about as well. But before we do that, guys, if you want to trade live with me every single day, Monday through Friday, hit that subscribe button. We're live right here on YouTube every single morning for the New York Open. So be sure to smash that subscribe button. Also, guys, if you want to skip the eval stage, go straight to funding, I highly recommend Tradeify. Tradeify has been a great prop firm for direct to funding space. They pay out pretty quickly. And last but not least, guys, there's a link for Discord down in the description. We have a free masterclass going on in December, on December 14th. You do not want to miss that. And also, the Discord has been a total vibe. There's people been posting profits after profits after profits, and everybody's hanging out, chilling, having a good time being traders. And that's honestly, that's what it's all about. So be sure to smash that link. Let's get in the video. So taking this all the way to the very beginning, it was pretty clear that FastTrack trading was an absolute scam. And looking at the red flags, they didn't offer a credit card. They was only by wire. They did not have partnerships or any payout processes that took them on to offer credit cards. That was pretty clear. Second thing is Tradeivate and NinjaTrader, they did not partner with FastTrack. They did not pass the background checks. The fact that they could not get NinjaTrader and Tradeivate should have been a red flag for a lot of people, including me. I did end up looking past that a little bit, but that was a red flag. And honestly, it seemed like Scott was trying to just kind of butter up the situation a little bit, make everything seem like they were okay, and that NinjaTrader was coming, Tradeivate was coming, even though he knew deep down that it was never coming whatsoever, and that them having a partnership with Tradeivate just was never going to happen to begin with. Moving a little further down the timeline, you know, they were initially first paying out people, but then all of a sudden those payouts kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed, and just ultimately going all the way to like a month or 45 days late on a lot of payouts. Leaked conversations got put out from FTT after their closure, and it showed Scott specifically saying that some of these profitable traders were never going to see their money. People like Nacho that racked up $1.5 million. He was never going to see that money to begin with. Not only that, but throughout this entire time FastTrack was open, they were talking down on their traders negatively, treating traders like total crap. You asked about a payout in their Discord, they would ban you. It was ultimately just a mess. And honestly, Scott had two fronts, because I met him in Jersey, and he was a completely different person than he was in Discord. It's in Jersey. When we all met him in person, it seemed like he was just this nice dude, like he really cared about everybody. He was going to try to make everything really just golden for all of his traders and his staff and his affiliates. But then you get in Discord and it's a completely different story. He was constantly lying to people about payouts coming. He would say that, oh yeah, I'm going to get to your payouts, I'm going to pay you, and then it would never happen. You have traders in Discord talking about, you know, payouts or asking questions about rules, and then he and his staff were just constantly talking down on them. It was a total disaster. So the red flags kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger with FastTrack. He would constantly say that his company is solvent, even though the signs showed that he wasn't solvent. So at the end of all of it, you could basically come to the conclusion that FastTrack trading was in fact one major scam, and it was probably planned from the very beginning. The one thing I don't like seeing right now, though, is there are traders that were traded under FTT who are actually getting attacked by other traders, and there are some affiliates getting attacked by other traders. And the one thing that I think people need to understand is that it is not traders' fault. It is not affiliates' fault. It is one person's fault out of all of this, and it is Scott. I think people need to stop trying to point fingers at everybody else. Start pointing the finger at who really is the problem in this scenario, and that is Scott, the CEO, who scammed and rug pulled literally everybody, not just the traders, but also rug pulled affiliates too. He rug pulled everybody, right? So there is the only person that's really majorly at fault here is Scott himself, right? So everybody needs to shift the blame from blaming other people to the one person responsible for screwing over everybody, right? And that is Scott. Now, something to keep in mind here is that Scott had information from everybody who did the whole KYC thing with them, right? From bank statements to addresses, the social security numbers, the phone numbers, bank info, everything, right? Scott has access to all of that, right? And that's kind of worrisome coming from a scam company. And so something that I'm doing, that I'm taking measures on, you guys can have your own ways of doing them, but with one thing that I'm doing is I'm changing everything. Obviously, I'm not changing my address, but I am switching bank accounts. I'm switching all of that, it's changing it all over. It's gonna be very easy. All I gotta do is go to the bank and just say, hey, I want to open a new bank account, change everything over that bank account, put all money into those accounts, and that's it, right? It's an annoying process, but it's a super simple process. I'm just personally changing everything. That way I don't have to worry about my bank accounts or anything being sold to some other company or some other scam company, right? I just want to avoid that at all possible. Would that happen, or is that going to happen? I don't know. It could, but I'm just taking measures on my end to make sure that I'm protected in case something like that does happen. I would honestly encourage you guys to do the same, whether you follow the same route as me or you find another way of doing so. I would just encourage you guys to find a way to protect yourself and your personal information, with even if that means changing things over to a new account. You can always freeze your credit, things like that, right? The last thing I kind of want to say about this too is that all prop firms are going to be a risk to everybody, right? You look at these new prop firms coming up, and some of them will probably be legit. I have a lot of faith in Tradeify. Brett is a good dude. But at the end of the day, all prop firms are a risk. They're all a gamble, right? No matter what you hear from affiliates or from other people, it is up to you and your responsibility to do your own research, to dig in, to see if it's even a good fit for you, right? I get like there's affiliates and we're all these YouTubers, we're all like influencers, right? All of us are influencers. I get it. But at the end of the day, no matter what I say, what anybody else says, no matter what other YouTubers say, do your own research on the firm that you're getting involved with to see if it's even a good fit for you, because it may not, right? You may look at the rules and be like, I don't really want to trade like that. It doesn't fit my trading personality. I'm gonna go somewhere else, right? Or maybe like, I see the red flags with this prop firm. I don't think it's a great fit. It doesn't look good for them down the road, and you go somewhere else, right? Do your own research. That is our responsibility as traders, to figure out who it is that we're going with and do our own due diligence, right? That's our responsibility. That's the last thing I want to say about that. But with that said, guys, FastTrack trading was a scam from the very beginning. We all know that. It's time to now move on from this. Let's try some other prop firms, find firms that match our trading style, and let's all just make a bunch of money together. That's all really it is, man. That's all it's really about. We're just here to make a lot of money, and let's do that. All right, fam, if you like that kind of content, smash that like button down below, subscribe to the channel, get more daily content, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.